An ambitious plan to future-proof and develop Dunedin's waterfront with a conference centre and hotel has been unveiled by a local architect, Damien van Brandenburg. A large 3D printed model of his vision, accompanied by a video built by Ian Taylor's Animation Research Limited, bring this spectacular shell-shaped proposal to life. And as Timothy Brown found out, locals, they love the concept.
A cockleshell-inspired cultural centre rising above Dunedin's steamer basin. It's a far cry from the derelict warehouses and vacant industrial lots which fill the space at present. And while to many it will seem nothing but a pipe dream, to Mr Van Brandenburg and Mr Taylor it is the city's future. Mr Taylor says he got on board with the plan earlier this year when he was approached to help bring it to life.
He had this idea for a bridge that he wanted to know if we could visualise it in this city model that we had. And I remember being struck by it. It was just spectacular. But I said to Damien, this is fantastic, but it's a bridge to nowhere. You know, I mean, that harbour's a mess. And he says, but I've got an idea. And he pulled out this cardboard box. And in it he had all these models we're looking at today. And he placed them around. He said, that's the vision.
And that vision is one which has seen the Dunedin City Council, the Regional Council, Port Otago, iwi and Otago University get behind it. Mr Taylor says Mr Van Brandenburg is the driving force who has made it all possible.
I think we've been just incredibly privileged to have someone like Damien have a vision like this and not ask anyone for any support to do that. He's just quietly created this vision because he loves this place. And I mean, that's, you know, that's worth, God, who knows, it's priceless.
He says the young architect has already shown anything is possible with his design for fashion house Murray's Frog's headquarters in China. The ambitious project is taking shape at present and will one day house 30,000 staff. Mr Van Brandenburg says the inspiration for his waterfront development came to him while looking out at the harbour and seeing its potential.
So it started off from just playing with ideas in my own spare time and chatted with Ian Taylor, and then it just started to develop and grow. We talked with the City Council, the Regional Council, the Port Authority, Ngāi Tahu, the university, and everyone collaboratively came on board.
He says the first step is to build a footbridge into the basin to open the area to pedestrians and link it to the central city. Potential designs and costs for the bridge will be discussed by Dunedin City Council in December, with public consultation to follow. But Mr Van Brandenburg's vision hasn't received total support, with the city's business community providing a mixed response. Otago Chamber of Commerce Chief Executive Dougal McGowan says it's not the first time hopes for the development of the area have emerged.
These things have been on the plans or in conversation for a long period of time down here. I think the first ones date right back to the early 2000s. Look, we're not going to take a stance at all at this stage, apart from the fact is let's get involved with the discussion.
He says some business leaders' concerns may be allayed during consultation, but the city's residents shared none of those fears.
Oh, it's pretty crazy wild, isn't it? But hey, you know, we're living in the 21st century, so why not?
He's always been the man I thought would do a good job on an iconic hotel for Dunedin, so I'm glad he's got involved, and I think it's a great vision for that part of the city. So, yeah.
I think it's fantastic. You've got a lot of old derelict buildings and you could really make it something.
There's plenty of water to pass under the bridge before development begins, but at least now there's a vision for that future. In Dunedin, for Checkpoint, Timothy Brown.